Okay, well, welcome. We are live. Hello, I'm Dr. Kevin Jarena, and Transcending the Matrix is the series that we're talking about here. And we're talking the language of light. And excuse me for hopping around. I'm still new to the flow here of how to stream from a place where I record it and also stream at the same time. So thanks for tuning in, Dr. Kevin Jarena. And so reality, the Matrix, and how we perceive that reality. This We must consider some foundational principles when we are discussing how we perceive, how we experience, how we co-create the situations and the reality that we are find ourselves in currently and where we want to be going in the future. And so all of this body of knowledge is contained in greater depths on my app, quantum-life.passion.io. And specifically the 7-week mentorship program, Quantum Living Challenge. So the language of light has to do with how our mind, our body, our physical structure is able to perceive or detect the information, the sensations, the signals from the external environment. Think about just touching something, a surface, you know, it has a feeling to it, a sensation. And if you spend some time in defining that sensation, you would then begin to create a map in the mind of a word that's associated with the feeling, excuse me, that's associated with a sensation that you're touching, that you're palpating with your fingertips. And in your fingertips, you're using a feature of the communication tissue, the brain, spinal cord, central nervous system has a peripheral nervous system, has nerve endings that are in charge of sensations at the fingertips. And so if you are contacting a surface and then you're taking conscious notice of its texture, of its density, of its size, of its descriptive, and usually descriptive term here, its shape, its weight, its dimensions. As you become consciously aware of that, your mind is building a map associated with the language aspect of your mind, of your physical brain. Your brain is laying down tracks, like train tracks. And for bearing with the idea of jumping into another analogy, like walking on the same part of a grassy area over and over, you lay down, it wears down, you lay down, um, you create a path. And the more frequently you walk on that path, more frequently you revisit the sensation, the analysis, the assignment of information, the more you have a conscious awareness, well, and then it becomes a unconscious competence, meaning you just instinctively do it, becomes second nature. And so this this how does this translate into everyday life, into what you and I are experiencing? Is that our emotions and the sensations that we notice in our physical body have a whole vast amount of data, of information, definitions, and experiences that are contained within that knowledge that our mind has access to at um, a, a unconscious, incompetent level, meaning there's there's a lack of clear awareness of what it is related to. And so what happens in our body is there's a natural response that's appropriate in relationship to the information that our body's sensing, though we may not be able to pinpoint why we're noticing it, why we're feeling that certain way, why we're exhausted, why we're feeling excited, why we're feeling sad, why we're feeling happy, why we're feeling rage, why we're feeling laughter, all the whole entire spectrum. There's information packed underneath it. And when we have these patterns of pain and patterns of sensation that are tension and wearing us down, well, there is a natural effect because of something contained in the mind that this is the physical body's experience. So to get to the long-winded, get to the short of it all, we need to learn techniques. Well, you can choose to learn. One becomes eh, with this new knowledge of that we can help regulate our own body and take more responsibility with how we're honoring the emotional intelligence that's within us through sensation awareness that's paired with the emotions, it's paired with the hidden stories. In that, there is a capability to bring yourself to a whole new level of quality of life. Dr. Kevin Drina. Check more information out on the app quantum-life.passion.io. Drop the link right there. Go visit that, create a free account, and start accessing some of the content there. There's websites, student webinars, workshops. There is paid content and course content, mentorship content. So help people guide and become more aware of how to create a greater reality, how to free themselves of pain, how to honor the wisdom that the pain is bringing them. Dr. Kevin Dragina, I will see you inside. Peace.